Greetings, sentient beings. This broadcast is not intended for children. There will be strong language and adult themes.
Hi, gang.
Nothing on
Hello.
ever be taken as legal or medical advice.
You know, the one instrument I don't have in this house is a kazoo.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I have a kazoo anymore.
I don't actually have one either.
I mean, I can go get my harmonicas. There's a trumpet I've been meaning to donate in the car. There are like 4 harmonicas. There was a recorder here briefly, but that was for a Secret Santa thing for the band director. And that was like a whim.
Oh. Yeah, it was
this weird thing.
I had thoughts about heading out earlier this morning to grab a kazoo and run another errand, but I got sidelined, researching what kind of specs I would need for a new computer.
What do you need for a new computer?
I was researching what specs I would need for a new computer.
Yeah, it depends on what you want to do, but the most recent tech support I had to do was tell a maggot like the caps key was on the right-hand side of his cell phone keyboard.
Mainly, video streaming. OBS and EVMux are probably the two hungriest things I'd be using.
Well, for video streaming, if I recall correctly, what you mostly need is a large amount of memory. If you're doing animation like Ivy does, a graphics card helps, but video streaming, it's mostly memory.
Yep. So, like, say 32 megs or 32 gig.
No, not 32 megs.
Right. There was a time when that was relevant, but not anymore. 32 gig.
I mean, even 16 gigs is a good start if that's what you get. I mean, my gaming PC handles video pretty well, but I have to. Does Adobe do its processing on the cloud or is it local?
I wouldn't know.
I think it's local because I know when I did have Sony Premiere. I want to say Sony Vegas. Sony doesn't make it anymore. It's just Vegas. It's occasionally for sale on Steam. It's a pretty good video editor.
Yeah,
32 megs was bigger than my first hard drive.
Hey, I'm not saying there wasn't a time when 32 megs of memory was a great amount to have.
Well, that was a hard drive I got from my Commodore 64.
I didn't know they made hard drives for that. Sure that wasn't in Amiga?
It was a third-party device under the brand of Data Chief.
Can I help you, Athena?
And it was a 20 meg hard drive. And they had worked out an emulator that, since the Commodore 64 wasn't made for things like that, it saw it as being a stack of 120 1541 disk drives.
That's 20 megabytes back then is pretty good.
Well, the Commodore was a great gaming system for its
day. My dad had one. And he gave it to me for afterwards, and it was really nice. It was a really nice computer. Unfortunately, I lost it in the big move.
Oh, for its time, it was a decent general purpose computer. I used mine mostly as a word processor.
So I can't believe I'm the one that's saying this, but let's get back to the topic of the kazoo. Is the kazoo really used for any real music? I thought it was something that you gave to your offspring's children when you wanted to punish them for everything they did to you as a child, but couldn't afford a drum set.
Oh yeah, I keep threatening Molly that if she isn't nice to me, that I'm going to give her kids musical instruments.
About as bad as my mom going into find I think it was either a Christmas or birthday present for some kid. She finds this fire truck that has like sirens and everything on it. Like she plays it, it's blaring something like perfect.
Yep.
So a quick Google search shows there are people doing, say, Beethoven's Fifth with Kazoo or Ode to Joy.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not saying people don't use it for music. It's just hasn't ever been used as a serious musical instrument.
No, there was a person in my support group. Jenny, hey.
Hello.
Give me a minute.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a person in my support group who carries a kazoo and pulls it out every time somebody has something to celebrate.
It is a very good portable instrument, if you
Yeah.
can call it that, but I can think of better portable instruments that can be just as easily carried in the pocket, like the harmonica.
Well, a kazoo is basically a pipe with one end flattened and a hole drilled in it.
Okay, I need to mute Discord for a while. My LARP group is getting annoying.
I don't even have Discord up.
Okay. Well, so far in the side chat, Stop the Stupidity is the only person who has made themselves known.
No, we definitely need to stop stupidity.
Yep.
Well, I'm so glad that, I think I found a use for kazoos. I mean, I know people have been using whistles, but wouldn't it be better if they just followed around, like, doing, like, the Flight of the Valkyries chasing ice around Minneapolis?
Nice.
Oh, hey, here we've had people showing up with full bands to play loudly outside the hotels where the ICE agents are staying all night.
Maybe we can play the Land of Confusion.
Yeah. Nice.
There was a big incident yesterday in Minneapolis. Basically, the local police, told the protesters to disperse, mostly under the regard that they were violating city noise ordinances. I'm also not sure if keeping the ICE agents sleep deprived is necessarily the best tactic, because then they're prone to making even more stupid mistakes.
Well, the whole point, I think, is to... Go ahead, Jenny.
No, I'm just getting it together yet here.
Okay.
The whole point of the protest is to make them feel unwelcome because, well, they are.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know if you have heard, but Puppy Killer is trying to extort the state.
That was Bondi, not...
That if Minnesota does not give them all of the voting records, that ICE is going to continue to ramp up.
Yep.
I heard Governor Walz's response to that, too.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
No, he told Pam Bondi, it's like, you have 2 million Epstein files to go through first. Work on that.
Yeah, that's pretty close to go fuck yourself.
Yeah, well, the court said they were supposed to have released all of the Epstein files 5 weeks ago. I didn't get to see the whole thing, but apparently they have released another section of the Epstein files, and somebody failed to redact Trump's name from some of them.
Oh.
I had someone try to tell me that the fact that Trump was all over the Epstein files was a rumor.
I just went.
I heard that Bonvino has been, in a way, summarily dismissed and sent away to California, and has lost great favor with the
Yeah,
administration.
he was
Yep.
demoted.
Yeah, he's been soft fired essentially.
Instant.
Yep.
He's being replaced by the guy who takes bribes in paper bags.
Yeah, I don't know how Tom Homan. I'm sorry, but I don't see how replacing Mussolini for Hitler is a de-escalation.
Well,
Yeah.
Who
some of
replaced
the
him?
politicians.
Who
Go ahead,
replaced him? Who
Tom
replaced
Homan.
him?
Tom Homan.
Replaced the front lines in camo guy Bonvino? That doesn't make sense. Has
Yeah.
Tom
Yeah,
shot in his
yeah.
suit lately?
I've heard it said that replacing Bonvino with Homan is like shitting her pants and then changing her shirt.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I heard that one too.
Apparently, there is some slight optimism with him because some of the people feel that at least he was a police officer at one point, and at least he, may pay attention to actual procedures for investigations.
And not just throw smoke grenades for clout.
And not
Yeah. Although a judge stepped in immediately, and has forbidden the DOJ and the FBI from altering or destroying any evidence, and it's like, why does a judge have to say that? Isn't that law to begin with?
Apparently, yeah, but apparently the gun's gone missing.
well, maybe they should do it with a kazoo in SOS. SOS, not SOS. Morse code.
The gun for Renee's murder or the other person's murder?
Pretty, his gun went missing. The one that they took off of him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
and-
Which makes sense because apparently the narrative that they're trying to push is that when the ICE officer who took the gun off of him, he accidentally discharged it before he unloaded on him, and they're trying to claim that that's the reason why they unloaded on him, even though we can see in the goddamn video that's not happening.
yeah.
Well, I think Miller is the one that's responsible for both of these, apparently.
Yeah.
And
Well,
also, the
The
picture
problem they're
that-
having is that the video clearly shows that the police officers had already taken the gun from him and had him on the ground. So he was unarmed and he was subdued, and they shot him anyway.
In the back.
So
Yeah.
I'm the one that's usually guilty of that, but my unfinished journey was trying to say something.
Yeah, so the picture that they've shared with everybody of the gun, that picture was actually put up on Reddit 2 days before the shooting.
Oh,
So
well, that's very convenient.
So I mean, we don't even know.
Oh, so
Yeah.
that disassembled gun wasn't even the real gun, huh?
Right. So we don't know what they've done with it, or
Yeah. Well, and for any who are not aware of the local ordinances for such things, yes, he was carrying a gun. It was in a holster, and he did have a license to open carry, which is legal in Minnesota.
Oh,
Yep.
but I just saw John Stewart. Was it John? Yes, it was John Stewart make an excellent point. I saw it in a YouTube clip where he's basically telling us, it's like, no one is buying your shit.
Oh, and let's see here. I've got other MAGA idiots who think that the cell phone he was holding was his gun, and they.
I wasn't quite finished.
Sorry.
John Stewart is like, he was holding a weapon. He was holding a 6x3 aluminum weapon of mass enlightenment.
That goes along with what I was going to say.
yeah, mass illumination.
Mass illumination, yes.
Yep.
That's brilliant.
Jenny, you're a photographer, Jenny. You know people sometimes treat cameras like weapons.
Well, yeah, I have thrown cameras at people because they are so much like a brick.
No, I
Oh, you're referring to something else.
actually I do have a new toy, but you
What'd
wanted
you
to
get?
say something.
No. What'd you get?
Let's see here. Apparently, there was another American citizen shot in Phoenix, but he survived by ice. And also, we have a situation of them intentionally ramming somebody.
Well, I kind of hate to say it, but the mistake that they made in Minneapolis was that they're shooting white people. Because this isn't a new thing. This month alone, ICE has killed at least 8 American citizens.
While you're talking, could you zoom in for Sinister so I can see her picture of her beautiful Canon camera?
Nice.
Yeah, my trackball's being rather sluggish, so it's taking me a while just to move around the screen.
I should have gotten the R50, but it's a Canon EOS R100 mirrorless.
Oh, geez, that's a nice piece. Wow. Mirrorless, for those of you who aren't into it, mirrorless is the new thing. It's basically gone back to the 1950s rangefinder of days of past, but it allows, first of all, silent operation because there's no mirror flipping around. They may add whatever sound they want to it, but it could be 100% silent if they so choose.
The DLSR is better. Sorry, go ahead, Jenny.
It also can take, I presume that is an interchangeable lens version.
Yeah.
And it can take all sorts of different lenses and accessories, just like a DSLR, and a less cost because they don't have this mirror to contend with.
Well, I mean, the cameras are more than DLSR, and as the way I understand it is DLSR is better for actual photographs, where the mirrorless are better for video.
Yeah, they would be very, very good for video. Yeah.
So I'm not throwing away my Nikon D3500 either.
No, I wouldn't.
This is the scene outside of the McDonough Community Center in St. Paul that left Christian Salamanca hospitalized. His car crushed, wedged between a sign and a telephone pole. His wife, Nicole, says it all started when Christian called with alarming news.
I am called again 11:15.
Sorry.
That's okay, guys. I really don't mind if you want to step on me. That's fine.
No,
I know, and I'm not saying that. Oh, woe is me. Just do what you want. I got this little life here.
I didn't mean to. Go ahead.
No. I'm not upset by anything anymore. Trust me.
Well, Jenny, it's really good to see you in here today. I saw that I had missed a call from you last night because I was.
Well, we can talk about all that stuff when more people show up online.
Yep.
I don't want to have to keep saying it over and over. Eight shootings by ICE, 27 shootings by ICE, and 8 fatal. Good Lord.
Well, I mean,
jeez.
People were getting pretty angry with Renee Good, but this time it's not even just. There wasn't even like, oh yeah, she was I guess Renee Good was LGBTQ in some way, but this one, they shot a vet.
This is all Biden's fault.
Yeah, I've heard that already.
Of course it is. Nothing can ever be Trump's fault.
Hi, Molly. Hi, Jinzu.
So should I get him back to playing this video, or?
Well, do we have context first? Because it just kind of.
Well, it's a guy being rammed in by ICE. It covers it.
And he said, "He's follow me, what I need to do." And I say, "You need coming here because I think so here is better for you."
With ICE on his trail, Christian drove to the community center. That's when Nicole says ICE rammed his car with theirs.
He need coming inside in the parking lot, and the ICE push my husband. But the
Apparently they ran them from behind.
That's also common, sadly.
De atrás del carro. Well, first push for the back, and the ice push again with the with the one. Yeah.
Nicole says her husband got out of the car and ran inside the community center and hid.
My husband is your eyes is broken, your back is broken too, your knee is broken too.
She says her husband, who is originally from Colombia, has a visa, a pending asylum case, and a work permit. She says he has no criminal history and does not know why ICE is after him.
Driving in the wrong accent.
Yeah.
Driving while not white.
Yeah.
I am so sad. I am so frustrated.
I heard a story from like a coworker where someone just got pulled over by an ICE agent because they had a Mexican flag sticker on the back of their car.
Yeah, I believe it.
I've also been hearing a lot of reports of off-duty officers being harassed as for not being white.
Yes. Yeah, ICE has been targeting minority officers in Minneapolis when they're off duty.
Yeah, well, the story just didn't go anywhere because they found out the person driving the car had a very American accent and was as white as a sheet, and they're just like, "Oh, why don't you take the sticker off your car?" It's like I. And the car was like, she didn't really think it would be an issue. It's like it's just a Mexican flag sticker.
It shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
But on the other hand,
nothing, only coming here for my kids. For my kids have a better life. My kids can grow in better here. But this situation is so hard for me. I am so scared.
This is also proving that ICE does not know the laws, because if a cop is pulling you over, it is legitimate and even recommended by a number of agencies that if you slow down and you put on your flashers, it is okay for you to proceed to a safe location before stopping.
I'd say most of the local police officers want you to go to a safe location first rather than pull over on the side of the street if it's possible.
Yeah.
And there's this dickhole. I gotta show this one. I don't know if you've seen this one yet.
So remember, sorry, go ahead. If you want to waste ICE time, put a Mexican flag sticker on the back of your car.
Okay.
That's actually not a bad idea if you have some solid ID and stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it because I have no idea, zero. I don't have a driver's license, nothing.
Seen this dickhole?
Nope.
I will tell you this, brother. What? I will tell you this. You raise your voice, I raise your voice.
If I raise my voice, you'll erase my...
Exactly, yeah.
Are you serious? You said if I raise my voice, you'll erase my voice?
Yes. I will tell you this, brother.
Yeah.
You mean kill him?
Yeah.
Power tripping cop.
Yeah, that's the implication. That's what I heard.
I wish that was unique to ICE, but it's not.
Yeah, unfortunately, there was also a thing about a guy who showed up, to join the protesters ostensibly, but he showed up in full tactical gear with, just basically all sorts of weapons and ammo covering him, and the other protesters, objected to this and said that, you really don't look like you're here to help us. You look like you're going to escalate things.
That he probably wasn't awful. ICE officer tried to escalate. Sorry, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that's a weird thing with my headphones. I'm sure someone was speaking.
Yeah, Jenny was starting to speak.
Jenny?
All right, well. I thought it was Jenny, but like I said, sometimes it just comes so weirdly in these sentences.
One of the staff was at my door.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, apparently the asshole in the film is Major Eric Gonzalez. Miami Police Department.
Oh.
And apparently the joint in dice. So he's some Miami douchebag gone up to Minnesota. I think this might be the first time in the South has sent ice to the North.
Oh, I am absolutely certain one of them.
It's a hell of an iceberg.
I am pretty certain one of the factors in Alex Preddy's death was that he was guilty of being a Yankee in front of a good old boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things that we have noticed, because we have been closely monitoring ice movements here, is the vehicles either have plates blacked out or most of them are from Georgia. And, well, it was great fun when we got some snow here because it is clear that these people have never experienced winter. They have no clue how to drive in the snow.
Yeah.
And it's been so cold that they don't want to get out of their vehicles.
Yeah, we should get armed, and anytime we see an ice vehicle parked in the snow, we go pour some nice hot water around the tires and start burying that fucker in the snow.
No, Minnesota Nice doesn't work that way. Okay.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does, because Minnesota Mean would be just slash the tires. This way, we get to watch it and be entertained.
I like that.
Well, after we had a couple inches of snow here last week, the next morning, 3 of the ice vehicles got stuck in the snow, and one of them slid off the road and hit a pole. But
Did they hurt the
Minnesota
pole?
Nice, if somebody's stuck in the snow, you help push them out. That's just what you do. You don't question who they are.
Well, let's see here. According to the ice is announcement history, DHS Gov, there's about 22,000 ice agents in the U.S. And they said they sent about 3,000 up to Minnesota. That means they sent about 13.6% of their force up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And someone, is there a radio on in the background?
Yeah, I was hearing something too. Who's got that?
Sorry, I was holding my phone. I got the volume on my phone turned down to minimum, but I don't want to completely mute it because that'll cancel out the watch hours.
All right, so what I want to do is ask a favor of all Minnesotans filming ice. Please keep filming them slipping on ice. That's hilarious.
Yep.
I still need to put some banana peels, little sound effects on some of those.
Yeah, like I say, at least they're providing a bit of humor value for us here. Because, like I say, it's like these people clearly have never experienced winter at all. And we've been locked into a pattern that we had. Our highs were below 0 for a week solid. Which, for Minnesota in January is normal. We expect this. So we're all prepared for this. But, these guys don't have proper winter clothes.
All of us need Jesus. Listen, we're kind of getting sick of you losing him. This is the last time we're finding him for you.
Hey, Turfy Turner, shove it up your ass. I'm done being nice with you assholes. Every one of you can go somewhere we don't ever have to put up with you again. You people are nothing but trouble. You give a bad name to Christ, and you do even worse for the American public. You are nothing but trouble and a waste of all human flesh and DNA. Just get out of here. I hate you.
Well, I found Jesus at the Rocket Fizz once in the mall, but he was too expensive.
Actually, depending on the semester, I can find Jesus a couple times a day.
Stop the Stupidity says he's been working on a compilation of Ice versus Ice.
I mean,
good. That sounds brilliant.
Nice.
I mean, who knew that a certain biological or a certain organic water's not organic, a certain compound necessary for life would join the fight against fascism, because even ice hates ice.
Well, I had reposted a thing I saw that they decided to attack a city full of the descendants of Vikings in winter. And so obviously these are people who do not know history. Because they should find out what happened to the Russians during the Winter War.
Ooh, this one got a little violent.
Ooh, what's this one?
Ice slipping on ice. I was looking for, and this is what I got up. This one looks like it got a little into a little bit of a brawl, almost.
What? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm
looks like
being confused here. Could you start it over, please?
I'm playing it. I'm playing it on a loop here.
Yeah, it's on the loop.
Oh, okay. So he goes tackles another guy because he's pissed.
Yeah. Well, see, another thing about it is all that tactical gear makes them top heavy, so they topple over more easily.
Let's see if I can find any more of these. Let's see here.
I mean, not usually my style of humor, but
I think it's positively lovely.
I think this falls in the category of, I don't find other people's pain humorous unless it is self-inflicted.
Yeah. Unless it's well-earned.
These are people who just didn't realize what they were signing up for.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with slapstick comedy, and in this case, make these morons look like fools.
Isn't that a compilation?
Get ready to experience the magic of Donnie's Ice on Ice. Live in America for the first time on ice. Join the Atheist squad as they slip and slide the free world into fascism. Unforgettable performances that will distract you from the Epstein files, such as slipping on their asses, slipping on their asses while assaulting the public, slipping on their asses while assaulting high schoolers, slipping on their asses while entering a porta potty with what looks to be a handcuffed woman while other agents stand watch.
Oh, jeez, I remember her about that one.
Slipping on their asses while publicly executing an unarmed fleeing civilian, and so much more.
Watch where you're walking so you don't trip.
Whether you have your papers or not, you and the whole family will be dazzled by the incompetency of these knuckle-dragging stooges. So bundle up and get ready to hit the ice.
Oh,
Donnie's
that one
Ice
hurt.
on Ice, funded by your tax dollars and coming to a city near you.
Oh, God, I have got to get a link to that.
Speaking of Schadenfreude, which we weren't saying, but how many of you would like to guess how well Melania's documentary is doing?
Ooh. In what respect? Attendance or money?
Financially.
Financially. Oh, I would say it's brought in 180 million.
180 million what?
Well, dollars.
No.
Oh.
I think it releases today, but it's not expected to do well.
Oh, surprise.
What, you mean Melania's having trouble eliciting sympathy from the general public?
Well, no one's really that interested in Melania.
Yeah.
She's a cunt.
Okay, Jenny, I put the link to that Ice on Ice compilation in the DM group.
Okay, great. Thank you.
I mean, what has she really accomplished? Marrying a billionaire.
She destroyed the White House Rose Garden.
And she's really Really making that Hamburglar hat look good.
She can stand around and achieve Melania face.
That is just the ugliest hat I have ever seen in my life.
Listen, that hat is protective. It keeps Donald Trump from kissing her.
It makes a great it makes a great lampshade too.
I will give her great kudos for that one.
Yeah, I'm still not convinced that most of those kids are actually his. Don Jr. is the only one that I'm completely convinced is actually Trump's biological offspring.
Is that because of the lack of intelligence?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know we love calling Trump stupid because he is stupid in many ways, but keep in mind he does have a skill for manipulating media, especially the poorly educated people.
Yeah, unfortunately, he seems to have a talent for marketing.
Not for running business. Yeah, he is an excellent marketer. He's not good at running businesses.
Let's see.
Yeah, as a manager, he sucks because he doesn't seem to understand finances on a very basic level.
And you can't be completely stupid and build a cult of personality around you. I mean, you don't have to be necessarily a genius either, because Elvis had a cult of personality too. But
let's see here.
Well, he built a cult of personality because he was a reality TV star with one catchphrase. That's really all it takes these days.
He had his fans in the 80s too.
No, go ahead.
I don't know, you might have been thinking the same thing. They were just as stupid then, but at least they weren't dangerous.
I'm glad I'm not going to have to go through it. Let's just put it that way. Oh gosh, guys, it's going to be a little tearful, okay?
Yeah, no problem. Take your time.
We're here for you.
Go ahead, Jenny.
Okay, for those of you in the chat who maybe aren't aware, I've been sick. It was kind of a surprise, and how sick I am came from other directions, and led to this, and I'm stuck with it now. If I do nothing, I've got 3 months or less. If I decide to go on to chemo and puke my guts out and lose all my hair, I may have 12 months or less. I haven't decided what to do.
Well, the first thing that medical marijuana was approved for was it helps reduce the side effects of chemo, especially the nausea.
Yeah, and I'll still be dead in 3 months or less, or 12 months or less. And
yeah, but at least
I don't really care about that.
At least you'll have an excuse to smoke up every day.
I already have that excuse, and it's a choice.
Yeah, but you might actually get a prescription for it.
I don't need a prescription for it. I have a source of very low cost.
I didn't know if your prescription would help pay for it. That's all.
Yeah, no, I'm not worried about that, and I'd have to drive out to Rochester to get it.
Okay.
And I don't want to do that either.
Another plus side, you don't have to worry about any of your medical bills because they won't have a chance to collect on it.
That's right.
This is true.
We checked on all that. My relatives cannot be billed for my debts. My lawyer friend guaranteed that there will be companies that try to do that.
Yeah,
Yep.
I had companies trying to get me on my parents, and
Yeah.
no, they can't.
One of the few bright spots I had when my late fiance died was when the bill collectors called me and tried to get me for the medical bills, and I just gave them her mother's full contact information.
Well, the thing is, if there was no executor of the estate named this, the debts go back to the state anyway.
True, unless I give everything away first.
Yeah.
Okay, what I actually have is named large, and I actually had to write this down. Large cell let me start over. This is affecting my brain, and all of that forgetting words and stuff I've been going through. Well, we know why now.
Yeah.
So this has been going on a while. And the doctors are a little surprised at that because this is one of those that usually takes you pretty damn fast. It's called large cell neuroendocrine carcinoma. It is considered very, very rare. With treatment, as I said, I have 8 to 12 month prognosis. With nothing, I'm gone within 3 months. But I get to keep my hair. It's a strange cancer. I don't understand it much. I'm not an oncologist, and I've never spent a lot of time trying to learn about it. But as I understand this particular cancer can settle in any organ of the body. And in my situation, it has it seems to have decided to stick in my lungs and my gut to start with, and from there it has metastasized to my stomach, which is different than gut. The gut is all the intestines and stuff. So it's metastasized to my stomach, my bones, my lungs, and my liver.
So basically, you're at stage 3 already.
I didn't ask about stages. All I know is that the doctors I have are not oncologists; they're the palliative care team.
Oh, that's
and that means all bets are off. These are the guys who take care of you when you're dying.
Okay, so maybe you see. Oh boy.
Jenny, I know you have trouble reading the side chat. Orla has quite a bit to say. So, can I read this out for you?
Sure.
Orla was saying, I can absolutely guarantee that weed helps because I was taking it quite illegally when I had cancer. You were talking joint pains, nausea, tiredness, and you might get tingling in the extremities. You were also going to have to work out a meal plan because it really does work out very well if you do a diet similar to diabetics. I'm talking small portions about 5 times a day because that's easier for you to manage, which makes sense. The nausea should be reduced if you're eating, smaller portions at a time. While you do need sugar and carbs to fuel your body, it's a good idea to reduce that intake a bit. And don't bother joining support groups on Facebook because they're very predatory with solicitors. They prey on the vulnerable. Yeah. I saw a lot of that with Slothgirl.
Yeah.
We'll be here for you if you need to talk or just rant or whatever.
Well,
or cry.
I can't even begin to tell you guys how sad I am that, not that I'm dying, but that I'm going to lose all of you. And you guys have been the only people in my life for years. I don't have any friends out here. My relatives mostly couldn't care less what happened to me. And you all have been all I have. And it just makes me very sad to leave each and every one of you. You're each so special and so funny and so smart and so giving. And I'm just really angry that, again, not that I'm dying, but that I have so little time left. At this point, I'm hoping I make it to July 4th so I can celebrate 250 years of this country before Trump destroys it completely.
Is there
I want every one of you to just fight your asses as hard as you can for democracy and for the survival of the trans community. We have very, very little hope without cis people. I can't tell you how much pain I'm in, and 2 weeks ago I was fine, and every bone in my body feels like it's infected with something that is taking a hammer and hitting on it. Every rib, every joint, every piece of cartilage, everything. It's just, I feel totally destroyed. I can't sleep and I can't stay awake. It's what's going on. I had an MRI today, and all you do for an MRI is to sit there. Well, lay there.
Yeah.
And it exhausted me to no end. Just lay there. This is so not me. I used to work 16-hour days. I used to fix people's cars for free and gladly. And I can't even put on my own socks. You saw the pictures of little orange Donnie's cankles. Yeah. Mine are about twice that size. And it's painful as hell also. Your skin can only stretch so much. It feels like they're going to explode. And,
that would do it.
Every breath hurts. And the doctors assure me that the pain hasn't even started yet. And I'm on, this very moment, I'm on 4 hits of oxycodone. And 2 oxycodone and 2 codone and 2 of oxycodone. Oh, God. See how this has fucked my head?
Oxycodone.
There's 2 of them, oxycodone and codeine.
Codeine.
Okay. Yeah, it's just codeine.
It has to do with short acting and long acting, but it's right up there in the strengths pile. It's like what Percodon used to be. And I don't feel dopey at all, but I can't think. I losing words in every sentence I try to speak now. I'm stuttering. My nose is constantly dripping. My nose is red from abrasion of the tissue.
Yeah.
Had that before.
This is just the awfulest thing I've ever been through, and it has, like the doctor said, it hasn't even started yet.
Yeah.
My older brother offered me to move home to Milwaukee. Although he's now in Port Washington. He bought a house there. I don't know what to do. It would be a rent-free situation, and that would certainly be positive. I mean, it would be nice to be put in a box instead of cremated. I don't really want to be cremated, but it's probably all I'll be able to afford. The problem with moving in with my brother Gary is he's a wimp about blood and guts and all that stuff.
That's not going to work too well.
No, and he doesn't know the horrible smells, the constant vomiting, just the awfulness of taking chemo. And he doesn't realize that I'm not going to be able to get myself around anywhere. Especially because I don't have a license in Wisconsin anymore. Although maybe I could get one now that if I were to move back. Anyways, we have not, gotten along real well as adults. We don't hate each other, but Gary's got a violent streak that scares the fuck out of me. And, and that
I'm not so sure about that idea.
And he just met. Gary's going through his own old age personal growth periods. He had a daughter in high school with Geraldine, who was sat right next to me. Driver's ed, and after she was found to be pregnant, my mom got up and moved to the other end of the county because of their humiliation. And Gary has never seen this girl. He's known her name and where she's lived for, I guess, almost 10 years now. And he begged me, 5, 6, 7 years ago, I don't keep dates, if I would approach her for him. And say, hey, you want to meet your dad? And I tried to reassure him that, Gary, you're the only person in the world who can do this. I am not going to do it. It's inappropriate for me to do it. You have to do this. And it wasn't until about 2 months ago that he did it. And so he's experiencing some radical turnover for himself. And so he's had some emotional thing going on. And I don't know how safe it would be to be with him.
That doesn't sound like a safe situation to be.
He's never. I mean, he's never beat anybody to death or anything like this. He doesn't even own a gun, but he doesn't. But he does. He just doesn't feel trustworthy.
Yeah. Well,
Jenny, I'd recommend while you still can, and try and set something up so we can be informed for when you pass. Somebody can contact us.
Okay, I'll have my nephew take care of that. He's my go ahead, let her die person for the hospital. He understands where I'm coming from with that.
Okay, yeah, if you would just like write down your account and your password for him somewhere so that he could just at least leave us messages.
Yeah.
And
I talked to Gary actually just yesterday and got him to understand how important it is to me and how much I have to insist that he respect my decision, that if any gravestones or notices are planted, that it has my correct name and gender.
That's good.
Okay,
And
that's
and
good.
he assured me that he would not mess with that. He understands, he says.
Good.
So
Okay, I'm glad
that's,
you've got somebody who'll take care of that.
yeah, that's a major.
And whoever, Purple, whoever, be sure to remind Jenny about being the setup up so we can be informed. I'm not just in case you forget.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I am planning on giving both Justin and my two brothers all the passwords to my life, and I gave them free will to do what they want with each account. But
Really?
Justin is notified differently than Gary and John, and he will be the one who will get a hold of anybody and that sort of thing.
I think that's.
I kept reminding Slothgirl to write down all of her passwords, and she kept putting it off and never got around to it. But fortunately, between her son and I, we knew her well enough to hack all of her accounts.
I think I would just give, or if you're using a password manager, and let's say like Google or Firefox, just give them the Firefox or Google password. They should have access to all the passwords they'll need.
Yep.
If they can log into your account that way.
Orla, I don't have a speck of hair on my body except for my head. All my armpit hair went away. This was long ago, and my pubic hair is very sparse, and it's just some girls have more hair than others. That's all.
Yep.
Lucky. Body hair is itchy.
Yeah, I've never had to spend a dime on razors. So it's real, folks. I still can't believe it. Why me?
Yeah.
Why me? Why not Trump? You know,
I can't believe that it's happening so fast.
They did a brain scan on me, as I said, and or an MRI, and they wanted to know if it was the originating location and things is what they're trying to find out, because they say that speaks to how fast it will take me.
Gotcha.
I don't know what they're going to say about that till later today. Hi. Okay.
Still waiting for them to analyze the test.
Yeah, they check on me every 15 minutes here and make sure I haven't killed myself yet.
I know.
And they would like me to start chemo tomorrow. And at that point, they would transfer me from the loony bin to the med-surg portion of the hospital.
Right.
And I would be able to get phone calls and visitors and all that kind of crap. So, but I don't know how long that stay would be. The other thing is they're talking about sending me away for hospice care right off the bat, because I'm certainly going to have hospice care at some point. It's not going in any other direction.
Well, that's what I was wondering about, was, just with you living alone and nobody there to help you out with things, how that was going to work out.
It's going to be absolute hell. As I may have mentioned in the chat here, and I don't know if I did, or if this is a new surprise to some, it's got to be just some. It just doesn't matter. I'm dirt. Hold on a sec. Yeah.
The palliative doctors are going to see you.
Okay. I have to cut off. The doctors are here.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming in.
Thank you for telling us what's going on.
All right.
Yeah.
Later, Gator. I don't want to keep them.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Talk to you later.
Actually, I'm surprised. I mean, I had to talk to my father's palliative care team over the summer, but much to everyone's surprise, he pulled through.
Yeah. Well, my father got cancer, and they told him he probably only had 6 months. And the stubborn bastard went through 3 different types of cancer, and it took him 20 years.
Well, I mean, my father's issue wasn't cancer because apparently it was some form of autoimmune kidney disease.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like my family doesn't have like history of certain autoimmune diseases, but usually they're kind of benign things like Hashimoto's disease.
For my father, I always envisioned that it was God and the devil were having to play poker, and the loser had to take him, and neither of them was willing to concede.
Actually, both of them. Sorry, dark humor, but I think both of them knew one of them needed to take him, but they didn't want to play a game where it was over quickly like poker, so they played Risk instead.
Yeah.
Or Axis and Allies. No, Monopoly doesn't end in a clear winner. It just... Actually, that might be a point. It's like, we're going to finish and win a game of Monopoly, and Monopoly never ends.
Yeah.
That way.
Oh, you want a game that never ends. When I was in high school, we decided to merge 2 Monopoly games together and play it on a double board. I think that game went on for, it took more than 2 weeks for us to finish it.
Double board Monopoly. That sounds like fun now.
I think most people just generally flip over the bull. Do the reenactment of Jesus in the temple scene, and that's how most Monopoly games end.
Yeah. Well, but see, we had the board on the floor, and it was kind of hard to flip over the floor.
I have a Ghostbusters Monopoly game. I never got to play, though. I have to look into maybe how to play Monopoly solo.
Anyway, that was...
Well, on Steam, there's an online version that you can play against other people over the internet.
I usually play with some house rules.
Yeah. There's a lot of house rules that can make the game better.
Yeah. Honestly, it's just... Athena, do you sense I'm slightly upset?
Yeah, people don't realize that
Or are you just sunning yourself?
The woman who is most often credited with inventing Monopoly had developed the game to show the evils of capitalism. It was originally called the Landlord game.
You want to get Ned or shy?
I was going for it, but like I said, I think that I got something on my trackball last night that it's being real sluggish. It's just hard for me to get to move across the screen right now. So yeah, if anybody wants to post anything, to Twitter or that, I'd appreciate if you get it. I'm gonna have to clean the trackball out when we're done.
Am I late? Wait till
you missed it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying not to be flippant about it. It was just kind of you missed the sad announcement.
Yeah, we started an hour ago and Jenny just left us.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
long and short of it is Jenny is still in the hospital. She has been diagnosed with cancer and is looking at she may only have a few months left.
And honestly, if she chooses not to go with chemo, if she's still there, I do not blame her for not doing that.
No, I don't
can't
either.
help you. That's your choice.
Yeah. Especially if it's seems that's only a short time either way.
And that's just that's just extending 3 months to a year. maybe with
Yeah.
throwing up all the time.
Well, and that's, Sloth Girl did the chemo as long as it seemed there was a chance, but when it just continued spreading regardless of the chemo, she just decided that it wasn't worth the constant fatigue and nausea.
Yeah, I'm looking at the stages for the type of cancer that she said that she had. Stage 3 is 8 to 45%, and within 5 years, and stage 4 is 0 to 6%. I'm guessing from what you're saying, probably stage 4.
I hate to say it, there'll probably be some age discrimination too, based on her.
Yeah, there's a variation. That's the reason why there's such wide range there.
Well, and unfortunately, the discrimination she so often suffered with the doctors is that anyone that's overweight, the doctors blame so much on that.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Tell me about it.
You do have to fight on that one.
Yep.
Okay. Get the.
I mean, when I got up to 180 pounds, the doctors were telling me I was borderline obese. And I challenged the doctor, how many people do you know my height that weigh less than I do?
So, Ned, please remind us what it's like to live in a sane country.
Well, I can tell you when my father got diagnosed with cancer, it was also too late, and they didn't even start anything with chemotherapy anymore, and it took 3 months, and then he was gone. It was too late already, and he died of the effects of smoking.
Yeah,
same as my mother. 4 years later.
Yeah, well, Sloth Girl with the chemo at least was able to carry on for 3 years. So, in her case, it was worth fighting for more time, but
my father, it was too late.
Yeah.
It was everywhere.
I wish I knew what my mother died of.
My grandma died of having black on that line, not having a good plastic smell.
Only every other syllable came through.
Yeah.
You're breaking it pretty bad there, Commander.
We discovered what it was. It was the noise gates, and they said as soon as she switches it off, it is okay. Because this noise gate keeps coming in and off, in and off, in and off.
Oh,
and
is that what's breaking it up like that? Yeah. Yeah, my father got it because he had been, chewing snuff for close to 60 years since he was a teenager. So, and also he was, heavy drinker is being polite about it. He definitely was an alcoholic.
Yeah, I'm now like a half a year older than my father was when he died. But I never smoked. I hardly drink. As now and then we take some some local thing. Like yesterday, I had a cold that was terrible. I couldn't even talk. I couldn't even think. It was completely stuffed up. And then we got this stuff we call Berenburg. And that used to be a cough drink, but has alcohol in it. And I took 2 of them, and I'm back again. So they did know what to do 100 years ago.
Are you shed, Athena? I need to brush you. All right. You can get pets.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I've never used tobacco, and I was drinking occasionally, but since I have had to change Sammy's son's diet and just caring for him has gotten more expensive, the easiest flex in the budget was to stop buying alcohol.
Yeah, but my parents never. socially as now and then, only on birthdays or something. But for the rest, they didn't drink. It was only the smoking. It is weird that I cannot find one single picture of my mom that she didn't have a cigarette in her hand, except for one picture, and that was when she was holding my son when he was just born.
Do any of you know the comics character Constantine?
Yes.
Yeah.
There are multiple plot lines where he gets cancer because he's a chain smoker. Usually magically accelerated. But...
Yeah, I never seen the comic. I've seen some films.
Well, Constantine the movie is not.
Yeah. I'd have to say that oddly enough, the CW or what was the mini series, yeah.
Originally on NBC.
NBC,
yeah.
Yeah, or I saw that, but I never saw a comic book or what. And to be honest, it doesn't say anything to me because I'm an atheist, and it's all going out of some of the Christian theory, and for me, it is yeah.
Now, interestingly enough, two of the writers who worked on in Constantine claimed that they actually met him.
What met who?
Constantine.
Yeah,
the character.
I mean, Constantine's fictional, so.
Yeah, but they actually claimed that they actually met him. One of them actually talked to him.
Yeah, I mean, and oddly enough, it's like they're different writers years apart.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just like the mythos that if you start writing on Constantine, you have to meet Constantine.
Yeah, I know. I have the same with Ivy.
But I imagine meeting a cynical, chain-smoking person in a British bar with blonde hair isn't that difficult.
But I have it with my character Ivy. When I'm typing like her, it's like I'm becoming her. It is, that's the best way to do it. It's not acting; it is just being.
But yeah, there was a short-lived series. I think it was on NBC, and he was also played for several seasons on The Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
The same actor.
I'd recommend the original first season of that was on NBC. That was actually pretty decent and fairly accurate to the comic book and the way it looked.
I think I saw Keanu Reeves.
That was not accurate.
A lot of people,
I don't care. It's still nonsense.
A lot of people like the Keanu Reeves movies, but they don't consider him to be John Constantine.
Yeah.
They consider it its own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all this biblical stuff in it.
Yeah, that's
like when you commit suicide, you come in hell, and that's a kind of nonsense. It is just like my friends and I were kicked out of The Exorcist because we were constantly laughing.
I have seen The Exorcist 137 times, and it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it.
Yeah. Like when the green stuff that she vomits out after her head went round a few times. That's actually Dutch pea soup. It's green. It has peas in it, and there goes the snert again. Snert, that is our name for it. There goes the snert again, and suddenly everyone was scared, and we were just sitting laughing because it was pure nonsense. The devil and everything.
I'm not going to say since Constantine is a dark magician, it doesn't lean on like Catholic lore, but it's not the biblical stuff you see in like the Keanu Reeves movies. And it's also the weird thing about him is he prefers not to use magic even though he can. Because he's a con artist and would just rather try to con people out first.
Yeah. So, I like Spawn better.
Yeah.
More action.
Yeah.
Constantine tends to be more. I'm not going to say it can't be action oriented, but it tends to be. It's not philosophical. I wouldn't say philosophical. He's more like he's an occult Batman.
Ah.
Basically.
Oh yeah. We have this comic strip that is in the newspaper every day, and that is this is a guy that writes even silly comic strips, even for my doing, and he also gets Batman and Robin into it. Like Batman and Robin go on a holiday. They have the Batmobile and they have the Bat trailer behind them and the Bat campfire and stuff.
Well, that was 60s. The 60s Batman series is a work of genius in some ways, but may it never be repeated.
Yeah.
Because it was a product of the time.
It was bad. It wasn't trying to be bad by being as bad as it was.
Like when they were fighting, like they started with sock clunk.
Well, even if you're watching old shows from that time, they're not actually physically connecting when they fight. Even in Star Trek, when you see Captain Kirk punch someone, it's like they don't actually connect.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, how old was I? 10, 12 years old when it was on television, and we thought it was fantastic, Batman. But one thing of the original Batman series still is beautiful, and that's the original Batmobile. It still is a work of art.
Yeah, I forget the car that was made from.
I think it was sold at auction recently.
It was a prototype car that had only been built to display at an auto show.
That was some
so
kind
they
of
bought it
concept car,
after
yeah.
the auto show and they modded it.
It was a concept car, I think.
Yeah.
But there are like 12 or 13 of them now, because there is this workshop who just builds them custom for people.
It was a Lincoln Futura show car.
Okay. I knew I had, I'd heard the whole history of it at one time, but I'm not a huge Batman fan to begin with, so.
I don't know. My favorite was the 1989 movie version,
which is carried over into the animated series.
Yeah, but my father, well, when we watched Batman, my father says, "This is a crazy car. It has rocket propulsion, and still the tires squeal."
I was going to say, my favorite thing about, but interesting real life thing about Batman is the animated series is far more serious than the live action version.
Yeah,
and in many ways more adult.
It's just from what artist name it?
Sorry, Ned, I couldn't hear you.
It is just what artist is doing what studio is doing the drawing, because there are also of the Batman animations that he is almost square and stuff. I have 3 movies, that he was the son of Batman, and some other stuff, and these were actually very good made.
Yeah, Batman the Animated Series was actually well written as well, which is why it tends to be more serious.
I consider Kevin Conroy to be the best Batman, by the way.
Okay,
Really, because
who was the best Joker?
Actually, the best
Joker. I still say it was Heath Ledger.
That's a hard one.
Heath
That's
Ledger.
actually a hard one for me to decide.
The best Joker would be a combination of 3 things.
He really,
we'll just go with multiple choice.
Okay, but
listen. The best Joker is voiced by Mark Hamill, and a combination with the personality of Jack Nicholson's Joker and Heath Ledger's Joker.
That sounds like a good Joker.
Yeah, but that's 3 persons.
And we're going to forget Jared Leto ever played the Joker.
Yes, we will.
Who?
Briefly, he did play the Joker in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
That guy with all the ha tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was absolutely the worst.
Okay, but to keep it relevant today, was there ever a villain that Batman defeated with a kazoo?
Probably.
I don't know.
It sounds like something that would have made it into that 60s series.
Kazoo of Death.
The Bat Kazoo.
Use the Bat Kazoo, yeah. To.
I mean, he did defeat the in the original Batman movie from the 1960s. He does use shark repellent to help defeat the Joker. To ward off sharks because the Joker's doing something in the ocean.
Yeah. What Lego did that really got all the fans in an uproar, though, was they released the 1960s Batmobile, and they did not include Robin in the set. And they didn't make the Robin figure until 2 years later, and to get him, you had to buy the Batcopter.
Yeah. Have you seen this? Who has seen this? This very last Batman and Robin movie where the actors of Batman and Robin played themselves. That the Batmobile was lost, and they just played themselves in to get the Batmobile back. And
well, we do have this image of Harley playing Amazing Grace on the kazoo.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, that comes close.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now
Joker looks so disappointed.
Oh, Joker looks depressed.
I believe this is where they thought Batman got killed.
Oh, okay, yeah. Joker would be sad if Batman died.
Okay,
like
now is
that
Batman
Joker.
not also
You
a
can
cult of
see-
personality?
What was that?
Sorry, Commander, go.
I like that Joker, the one with the yellow expressive eyes. You could see every pill he never took. Where later on they had just him having black eyes, and that took away some of his character.
Yeah, they did a revamp on look, and it did not work very well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe the company that makes replicas is called Fiberglass Freaks. They're in Logansport, Indiana, and
Logansport. That's not too far from here.
And
I don't need a Batmobile though.
Yeah. Warner Brothers was sent an attorney, had heard about that shop and sent an attorney out there with like a cease and desist letter. And the attorney got a look at the guy's operation. He was like, hey guys, his stuff is such good quality that we might want to just consider licensing it and getting some income out of it.
Hey, Sammy.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised Paramount didn't do that with the fan-made Star Trek film Axanar.
Yeah.
But you know how many replicas of the tumbler and the motorcycle that came out of the tumbler there are. They're just guys who built that thing. It's hardly rideable, but it exists.
Well, I think that the replicas of the 60s Batmobile, one of the most expensive components is probably getting the domed glass.
Yeah.
I mean, the 60s Batmobile at least looked cool.
Yeah, it's just beautifully lined and everything. It is, yeah.
The Dark Knight Batmobile, I think, was an actual military vehicle prototype. I mean, it's more realistic and more practical. But
yeah. I thought it was a neat design.
Supposed to be a military prototype in the Batman universe.
Yeah, I thought it was a neat design, but I'm not sure if I would really call it a Batmobile, though.
Okay, who wants practical? Batman is all about stuff that looks cool for the psychological effect.
Yeah, but how about the Batmobile from the Justice League? That thing was more based like a Formula One car.
I mean, Bruce Wayne is rich.
Yeah, of course. What's your superpower? I'm rich.
Yep.
Well, no. I understand the confusion. Batman.
Oh, go ahead.
Batman's superpower is he's the goddamn Batman.
Yes. Well, they apparently there are versions where they strip Batman of his wealth, which is stupid.
Yes, but he's still the goddamn Batman.
Yes.
Oh, hey, there is this film, The Batman. After all, this is a little bit an oddball in the series, but that Batman has a really scary Batmobile. When he starts that thing, like lightning is coming from the exhaust and stuff.
Actually, that movie I liked because it's one of the few where it's like a series of or a movie or a series of movies where we don't have to see Bruce Wayne's parents get killed.
Yeah.
Because
he has his special weapons. He has them around his arms, and they're on the outside of his suit instead of inside. Like they're the arrows that he shoots, and
the one thing I'd always questioned about the Batmobile was that, okay, you've got rocket power, so you can go really fast, but what does that do for your handling? And your brakes are useless.
Yeah, but that last Batmobile of the movie The Batman, that was just like a really heavily customized car with an enormous engine in the back. I liked that thing.
That was a realistic car. Something you would expect could actually be on the road.
Some idiot could build that, like these guys from what do you call Grind Hard Plumbing or something. That is a channel that just builds completely insane vehicles. They can just build something like that.
Great. Can I get a replica of the Edmund Fitzgerald that I can row through the Wabash River? Okay, preferably one that doesn't sink.
Or Garage 54, of course. They can build it.
Yeah,
there's a possibility. There's
Sorry.
a possibility your Edmund Fitzgerald might not sink if you lock down all the hatches.
Well, I did hear something about Robert Pattinson and so he credits on the Batmobile car for that movie. Hey, chicks dig the car.
Hey. A lot of people don't think the hatches are what sank the Edmund Fitzgerald right now. Again, we don't know.
No, I said it was a possibility.
I think the current favored theory is a series of rogue waves pushed it underwater, and we already knew it was taking on water, and I've seen British people comment on this where it doesn't seem to come into the American mindset at all, but there was a ship called the Derbyshire that sank in a typhoon where actually there were implosion and explosion of the hatches, and the ship's because the Pacific Ocean is much deeper, the ship's scattered across several miles, but the damage to the hull section of the Edmund Fitzgerald was similar to what happened to that. So
I am pretty sure I know what sank the Edmund Fitzgerald. It was a storm.
Well, no one really questions that it was a storm.
Details, Purple. Details.
And then the Bat helicopters. How about that? The first Bat helicopter was a Bell, something just with a bat, from bat wings and stuff on it. But in the Dark Knight Rises, they had a really original thing with a helicopter with a ducted fan in the middle, and it sounded. You really should hear it in 5.1 surround. It is really amazing.
I always liked the Batjet more, but I really hated that scene in the 1989 Batman where the Joker takes it down with a revolver.
Yeah.
The 1960s Batcopter was one that was basically used by news stations for reporting.
Yeah.
So basically it was as lightweight and stripped down as they could get a helicopter that would still hold two people and a camera.
Weren't all those off? Weren't they often like army surplus helicopters from like the Korean
And
War?
with a full, with a full transparent dome over the pilots.
They were the same. Basically, they were the civilian version of the helicopters that they used for medical evac in the Korean War.
Yeah.
Or maybe
you're.
So another thing about the replica company in Indiana that makes replica Batmobiles. About 5 years ago, there was a real estate broker in California that ordered one of those, and he didn't feel like it was. He felt like they hadn't delivered, like they weren't delivering on the promise quickly enough. So he filed suit in a California court, and the California judge dismissed the case. So he talked a San Mateo County sheriff into sending deputies to Indiana.
Oh yeah, that's going to go over well.
It didn't at all.
Yeah, sending the local police to another state never works out.
Yeah, and Hoosiers. Rural Hoosiers are big fans of Californians.
Did you guys hear about J.D. Vance's trying to turn the Titanic around overnight thing?
Oh, when is J.D. Vance going to realize the only way he can be president at this point is to invoke the 25th Amendment?
Yeah.
And at least he would do something useful by doing that.
Yeah.
Well, that's why he can't do it.
But I think
because it would be useful.
Yeah.
It would be worse than Trump.
I'm not sure he would be worse than Trump.
Yeah, he's cunning. Trump is just dumb, but
he doesn't have the pull that Trump has with the base.
Yeah, the MAGA base doesn't really like Vance, especially now.
Should be when Trump should get impeached. His complete administration should be impeached. Everyone, and not everyone. But
I wish that worked that way. Yeah, I agree.
Well, and every week, more Republicans are abandoning the party. You know, there's more and more Republicans saying that they're not going to run for re-election in the midterm.
I mean, this is exactly what should be happening. They're starting to be more afraid of the people than they are of Donald Trump.
Yeah,
that's good.
I also abandoned the Republicans. Oh wait, I never was a Republican.
Yeah, at this point, all the Democrats need to do is, promote a few policies on actually bringing down the cost of living, and they can win in a landslide. However, I have very little hope that the Democrats will do anything other than say we're 20% less evil and hope that that's enough.
Hey, I can't wait to see how the Democrats are going to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory this time.
Yeah, I wonder too.
Well, like I say, I'm sure that they're just going to run on, that we don't support Trump, but they're not going to offer any policies that will actually necessarily help anyone.
We're not Trump. Okay, what do you stand for? We're not Trump.
What we need to do, I think, is organize a nationwide strike, because I did notice that it did work when the Minnesotans did it. A lot of companies suddenly changed their tune.
Yeah.
Yeah, nationwide strike probably would be in order.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't hear how the vote went, but in St. Cloud, at the city council meeting on Monday, one of the things that they were going to be voting on was a declaration that we support ICE. And I know that was wildly unpopular with the general population, but it sounded like something that certain people on the council were just desperate to push through.
Yeah.
Because, as I said, I do live in a red pocket of the state. Probably one of the most heavily populated red pockets.
Sorry,
I never understood that white and blue stuff in America, because red, in my eyes, would be like socialist.
All right. So I think,
why is it red and blue in the other order than that the rest of the world sees it? Oh, forget it. It's America.
For the same reason that Americans won't use the metric system.
Yeah, it's the United States. Forget it. It's that explains enough.
listen, I think you should pass that resolution that you support ice. Who doesn't love like frozen water?
Oh man, I like vanilla. I like this ice cream that comes from the McDonald's machines that are always broken.
And you can't go ice fishing without ice. I think they should just make it
You
clear.
need it. You need it. You need to have a lake that is frozen over that you can buy, that you can put like a shed on top of it. You can. And now I'm looking at it like I saw it in Grumpy Old Man.
See,
well,
I think
this is also why I'm not impressed by Jesus. That whole walking on water thing. Anybody can do that here between November and February.
Yeah, and sometimes in my country we will have a tour of 220 kilometers on ice, on skates. I want to see Jesus do that.
Yep. Hey, the deadliest sniper in history was a Finnish ski patrol.
I don't know if he was the deadliest, but he was deadly. The Russians hated him.
I thought he had the most confirmed kills of anyone.
I would have to look that up. I don't.
Oh yeah,
it's like 500.
I mean, what's more impressive is like he wasn't using a sniper rifle.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't use his scope, and that way they couldn't see it or go into the scope.
Yeah.
But he was he was also using an old World War I rifle, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, well, he was using what had been his hunting rifle because it's what he was familiar with.
No, I have so many thoughts about snipers and stuff. Not a normal person never wants to be a sniper. You have to be some kind of sociopath to do that.
I don't know about that.
To be that that inconsiderate of snuffing out someone's life just because someone gives you the you have to do that order.
Listen, when I'm playing Fallout, I am going to be as far away from that death claw and with as high powered a rifle as I can, doing as much damage to it before it can get to me.
Yeah, but that's a game. I mean, in real life.
Well, to be fair, if you're going to have to be a soldier and you're going to have to be out there shooting people, at least a sniper is being selective about which people he shoots.
Yeah.
And for a soldier, I can understand it because the guys they shoot at are also shooting at them. The sniper is just waiting, and then just and then pulls the trigger, and someone is dead. And you have to be some kind of sociopath to do that.
Well, to be the type of person who enjoys combat, which there are people like that out there, I would be foreign to me, but they do exist.
Yeah. Yeah, I could never get into that mindset. I mean, I could never shoot anything alive. I've done target practice shooting cans off a log, but I could never shoot anything that was alive, not even a rabbit or a squirrel.
I in my life with an air rifle, I shot two, once a bird and once a mouse, and it was because they were so mauled by a cat that it was better to kill them.
Wow.
And I was and I was upset of that for a day.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I don't. listen, I don't have that mindset. It's like I get upset when I hear people having to put down their pads. So
yeah, me too.
I was actually distressed for a couple of weeks when I accidentally hit a baby rabbit with a lawnmower.
And that's why I chose not to do the hunter safety course when I could in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, well, and that's why I know that, I just can't have a gun in my house.
Well,
because I would have too many questions if it ever came to using it. I wouldn't be able to respond fast enough to make it be at all effective.
Well, the truth is, by the time you have to use a gun when someone gets in your house, it's so many things have gone wrong.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people miss about self-defense and home defense. It's like there are a lot of things you can do that don't even involve any form of violence.
Yeah, well, and then in the woodworking groups, it basically comes up in rotation about being a group of whether or not to have a gun in your shop to protect yourself. And my response has been anything that can put a dent in a piece of wood can make somebody bleed, so I'm surrounded by weapons already.
Well, I was going to say a nail gun is, if need be, can be a very effective short-range weapon.
I remember my dad's justification for getting a gun is he wanted something that could put somebody down even if they can't feel the pain.
I mean, it's like there is something in my house that's in my closet, and it's like, hope it never gets used, but I'm kind of hoping it's the psychological factor when they see it. It's like, especially with that pump, they'll just say, okay, I'm backing out.
Yeah, that's definitely a big psychological effect with that.
I think if I show my sword, they will run.
Same effect, I think.
that idiotic big claymore sword. I don't even have to touch them.
Then again, you're dealing with you're dealing with a country that isn't saturated with guns too. So.
I like the shit too. We use these things that have shoot on air pressure, and we shoot at cards and coins in some bullet catcher, and that is everything we do. But I never would shoot at an animal, or wouldn't even shoot at a plant.
What were you saying? What were you saying, Commander? Because I did hear you say something.
We had 6 foot also.
We last did a test. We were
quite 6
drunk.
Foot.
We last did a test. We were quite drunk. We went upstairs, and we went to shoot at the target. I didn't got anything, and she shot one shot exactly in the middle of the target, and the rest was. So don't shoot when you're drunk.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Guns and booze do not go together.
And these things were quite harmless. I can tell you. You can only get a bruise of. That's the worst you can get if you hit someone.
I did propose an idea to deal with road rage, that everybody should just carry paintball guns.
Yeah.
So, then you can just shoot the other guy's car, and then people will know that the car that has the most paint splats is one that you just want to stay away from.
Yeah, that does eventually wash off, though.
No, it has. It has to be from this paint that is based on acetone or something that eats immediately. Into the paint and you can't get it off anymore.
You mean a permanent spray kind of thing rather than a water base?
Yeah. I've considered paintball guns for ice vehicles.
Yeah, that's good idea.
Yeah. Well,
mark ice vehicles with paintball guns.
Ooh, are they actually going ahead with the impeachment of Secretary Puppy Murderer?
Are they doing that? That's a good news.
There are actually it can actually be called a bipartisan movement in Congress calling for her impeachment.
I mean, she wouldn't be
because there have been a few Republicans who have signed on to it.
Oh, that's a good thing.
I mean, she wouldn't be the first person to impeach, but
what she does, that is typically the trait of a sociopath.
Yeah.
I don't get that read from her. I get the feeling like she's vapid, and the only reason she's there is because Trump likes to look at her.
I think we're talking about the puppy murdering thing.
Have you ever seen a picture of her without her makeup? She's not that pretty.
I've never seen a picture of her in clothes where she's not trying to play some character.
Yeah.
Like this other woman, this blonde one. What's her name? That's the other Pam Bondi. She's not that pretty up close.
Like, it wouldn't surprise me to see her show up as Cruella de Vil sometime.
Well, I have seen images of her where it looks like her face is trying to run away again.
That would be South Park.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these Latin bitches, they want bad looking before the plastic surgery, but they get a ridiculous amount of it.
Yep.
You have these pictures on Twitter, and then they have these all kind of these women with blown up cheeks and blown up lips, and they call them the Mar-a-Lago girls or something.
Mar-a-Lago cat face.
Yeah, with
It
duck
used
lips.
to be Beverly Hills cat face, then Mar-a-Lago cat face.
Oh my God! And they still think that they are pretty.
You know, I would just like to point out that Mar-a-Lago is on protected airspace.
Okay. I still have to pack for my trip and do a bunch of things, so I'm gonna have to be winding this up soon.
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
Mage, if you want to keep it going, you can, but
nah.
Yep. One thing I will mention is that, you know, they still have not passed a long-term budget. They had only passed a 90-day budget. So, in 3 more days, if they don't pass a new budget, ICE will no longer be funded.
Oh, that'll be so terrible.
Wouldn't that be lovely?
The
I think they won't stop because they just like to bully people. Bullies don't need to be paid.
Well, the problem is there is a lot of other funding that would stop too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, did it ever occur to anyone that they all have different weapons? It's just like they just put some gun nuts together, put them in an ice vest on, and make them take their own machine guns and everything to.
I'm pretty sure the weapons they have
That's
are
not far off.
pretty standard issue, but
no, I have hundreds of pictures, and I can tell you, in these hundreds of pictures of ice, I saw at least 70 different kind of weapons. It's like they just brought their stuff from their own arsenal at home.
Wouldn't surprise me.
No, I think more of it's that they just get the military surplus.
Yeah, but it's still of their own. It's not a government issue or something. Hey, come, we have the clothes. Bring your own guns.
I mean, there was one guy who his ICE uniform was just a sticker on his shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of us have thought that a lot of these people aren't actually ICE officers. They're just people, buying outfits on Amazon.
You mean cosplaying and dragging people away for God only knows what?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's been suspected for a while. I don't know how. We also know that
this stuff at the army surplus. I bet if there was an ICE raid or something, and you just go there dressed up as an ICE agent, that no other ICE agent would even notice you.
Oh, I'd also like to remind you, our officers do tend to be pretty well armed in this country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But ICE is not officers.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
I mean, they shouldn't be, but they are. In normal times, they would be law enforcement.
Yeah.
And usually it's
they're
like
too thought and too stupid for the army and the law enforcement.
Well, just their requirements for a nice agent and their level of training is so feeble, that virtually anybody can get it. They actually did have a guy who weighed over 400 pounds, whose doctor said that he couldn't walk more than 20 feet, and they still passed him through and gave him a uniform.
Well, they're just looking for bodies.
Yep.
And anyway, I'm just sadly I live in a red state, so we're not going to be targeted. Or happily, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah.
Illinois has been targeted.
You know what? On front page news in the Netherlands, and that is really bloody 100% serious. A police officer by accident discharged his police weapon. Fortunately, no one was hurt, but it gets investigated, and it was on the front page of the Dutch news.
Well, I was going to say, usually
it was an accidental shot.
Usually,
and that you can see that is how little it is used here.
Here's what I think you're missing. Anytime a weapon goes off in a normal police force, there is an investigation whether it's accidental or not.
It does not reach the front page of the news, of the national news.
Well, America's a much larger country too, so.
Yeah, but still, it is just there might be investigated or some, but it doesn't reach the news. This was one shot. You can see how seldom this police weapon is used here. Normally they talk the people down instead of shooting them down.
Well, they're also less likely to be armed on the other side too.
Oh, sometimes there are criminals that have.
I didn't say it couldn't happen. I said it's less likely.
Yeah.
Okay.
In England, in Britain, the most police officers don't even have a gun.
Okay, well, as I said, I do need to get going here, so let's do the go around. Commander, what have you got going on?
I'm going to put together a stream for Friday night. I'm going to find another ridiculous preacher to make fun of.
Really, I have a video of answers in Genesis Canada asking ChatGPT stupid questions. Oddly enough, it's not the same one Maya covered.
I don't get it.
They're trying to use ChatGPT, it's Grok, to prove that God exists. It's like not realizing it's like you can ask an LLM questions in any way that'll give you the answer you want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think this is a case that Grok might outsmart the people asking the questions.
Yeah, that's something I've been wanting to test out is how well one of these bots handle arguing as a creationist.
Okay, Ned, you have any final words here?
No, not really. I'm just in. I'm just, yeah. I'm sorry we were late. That's all.
Okay. Journey.
So, last week I found out during the stream that I had a job offer, and
oh yeah,
took care of the last of the paperwork hurdles today, and if they get the results from the drug test back today, then I should be starting on Monday.
Cool.
That's a good thing.
What will you be doing?
I'll be assembling medical devices like pacemakers and such.
Sounds soul crushing, but good luck.
On the other hand, you'll be assembling things that will actually help keep people alive.
Yes. I like doing things that I know make a difference.
Yep.
And let's see, and Let Freedom Ring, that's still kind of on hold pending hearing from other people.
Yeah, getting all the voices that you need.
Yeah. By the way, Porpoise, would you like to be on the advisory committee for that project?
What would I need to do?
It's just a Twitter group message thing.
Yeah, just to get reactions.
Like follow me on Twitter and I can add you to it.
I'm not following you on Twitter?
Nope.
Okay.
Yep.
I thought I was.
I'm not following anyone.
Yeah, just that it's a project that is about transgender issues, so.
Well, I mean, I'm not. Activism is not really what I'm good at, but
I think it's more to have multiple checks to make sure there isn't anything in there that would be taken the wrong way.
Yeah.
And you've given some helpful input on that during the conversations we've had on stream.
Who did?
Okay, so Porpoise.
All right. So just to help people get this right, I am the sinister porpoise. When you think of sinister porpoises, remember the plural. Think of the sinister porpoise. All right. I'm actually getting fairly close to 6,000 followers on Clapper, or 6,000 followers on Clapper. I want to make that by my birthday, which is coming up in February. Actually, it's 13 days now.
Oh, cool.
I think I'm going to make it just because I'm at 5 because it's one that we've gotten a huge bunch of TikTok refugees coming over, and so if you want to join me on Clapper, I can send you an invite link if you want to get started making content there.
What is that?
It's an American TikTok-like app called Clapper.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it doesn't have like a web interface, which is annoying, but well, it does, but you can't upload videos to it. As long as I have my current job, I am thinking about being a little bit more active in YouTube as soon as finish my master's this year. But I do have a planned video coming up where I'm going to go over instances where 2 + 2 does not equal 4, which should be interesting.
Yeah.
And
like base 3?
Base 3, base 4, modulus arithmetic, floating point precision.
Okay, you guys are in computer stuff. How can you visualize the number 11-3?
Well, tell me what base that's in.
It is a nonsense number that Ivy always uses, 11-3. And that is, how do you visualize that? You can write it, but how do you can visualize it that someone sees, yeah, that is 11-3.
Well, let's see. I can use linear matrix algebra on it to tokenize it and can give you a value. How does that sound?
Oh, try it. We need some number to put on Ivy's armored suit. So, and I like that to be 11-3, but it has to be visualized.
Well, in Jenny's honor, be gay, do crimes, and be excellent to each other.
Yeah, we do.
Be yourself.
And so long, and thanks for all the
Yeah, making a anime J-pop themed skin for the shirt that Ivy's going to have. EXO 1, but with hearts and bright colors.
If I gave you money, could you do an avatar of like the NCR power armor you saw in the recent Fallout episode, but instead of a bear, there's a porpoise? I don't know. I couldn't see the new Fallout episode.
T60.
It's
Maybe.
the NCR. It's supposed to be the NCR power armor, which is.
She means 360 around, that you can move it, that you can in 3D.
Just an avatar is fine.
If you want an avatar in power armor, Bree made this one for me.
Oh, I want specific Fallout in-universe power armor.
No, yeah, I'm just saying. You brought up the topic, so this is just a cool thing that, I got a bit of fan art.
Because if you saw the recent Fallout series episode, it's like the Maximus is walking in NCR Ranger power armor, but you see like the two-headed bear on the chest.
Yeah, I've never played Fallout, so
we're not that,
And this
far yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is a tense.
Go ahead, Commander.
I'm sorry. This is a 10-second video of the texturing I did.
Whoop.
I got it.
Okay.
I want to say, I think I want to say, I think the NCR power armor is modified T45.
Yeah.
And just, I want the Ivy gets something similar, and that has instead what needs to have 11-3 on it instead of 401. So,
and you do need, and for Easter, you do need to replace the penguin with a rabbit.
I need to replace the penguin with the rabbit.
Yeah, for Easter.
Oh.
Oh yeah, and where it says NSR, it should just say TSP. But if you can't, you can't. It's no big deal.
I don't know. Just put rabbit ears on the penguin.
I can.
Put rabbit ears on the penguin. He's going undercover.
That could work too.
Well, you know why the Easter Bunny hides the eggs?
Why?
Do you want anybody to know you're fucking a chicken?
No.
I was almost there.
Well, and then there was the heartwarming story of the rabbit who achieved his boyhood ambition of becoming an anesthesiologist. He had always wanted to be the ether bunny.
You know, we did watch the Fallout series, and early on, Laximus in the power armor, there's these two guys fighting, and then we find out, well, one of them was fucking someone else's chickens.
Oh yeah, you'll see the NCR power armor in the most recent Fallout episode.
Okay. Mage. How are things going for you?
I got back to where I lost my story, unfortunately, but I got that back and wrote some more.
Oh, good. I'm glad
still,
you retrieved that.
Still lost the short story, though, unfortunately. That was gone. I thought I had that backed up, and I didn't.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I had a mess up and it wiped a bunch of files I had, and I didn't have everything backed up as I thought I did.
Back up incrementally, back up in multiple places, and
yeah, it's my usual thing.
Dance like no one's watching, back up like everyone is.
Yeah.
And text and email like it's going to be read out loud in a court of law someday.
Yeah. Oh, and Mage, I'm really not going to be able to do the Thursday night thing this week.
Oh, okay.
Because I've got to get up Friday morning and drive down to the southern end of Wisconsin.
Okay.
Doesn't waking up early in the morning suck?
Well, you can even knock out the word early. Just waking up while it can still be called morning sucks.
Yeah.
I've always
I agree.
considered good morning a contradiction in terms.
It's an oxymoron.
Because if I'm actually encountering people while it can still be called morning, the day has very little prospect for turning out well.
I don't know. If it's close enough to be called noon, like, say, 11:30, that's not too bad.
Well, I will wake up at 11:30, but I don't want to actually be talking to anyone that early. Yeah, the only exception I make for that is to do my therapy before this starts. So, okay, anyway, Mage, you have anything else there?
Nope, that's all that's going on.
Okay, yep, and I'll be going out of town this weekend, but I'll be driving back on Monday, so it's not going to affect the show on Wednesday.
Okay.
So I will still be here same time next week.
Same purple time, same purple channel.
Doodaloo.
Doodaloo.
Oh, one guy.
And of course, thanking all of our generous Patreon supporters, Greg Hartwick, ReGios, Junie, Kitty the Atheist, Robert X, Sandy Shore, and still getting an endowment from the Lavender Lady.
Someone really should let Patreon know.
Well, you know, Patreon's still pulling the money from her bank account. It's a bank account nobody else is aware of. So I say, you know, just let it keep going and let her keep paying the money out to the people that she was, you know, subscribed to on Patreon.
Yeah.
Because otherwise the bank itself is just going to keep the money.
Yeah, I think she'd prefer that.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, if none of the bill collectors have managed to claim that money, I'm sure she would rather it go out to the community.
Yeah.
And I'm sure eventually once the account's out of money, will stop coming.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's just a matter of when the balance in the account runs out. Okay, so we will see you all next week.
See you.
Later.
What do you call a Batman
folks.
that's... What do you call...
Bye, Bay.
And remember, you call a Batman that scripts Church Christian Bale.
And don't forget to hydrate. If you see a nice agent out there, throw him a bottle of water with the cap off.
In the head.
No, just throw them a bottle
In
of
the
water.
cold.
Get their clothes good and soaked while it's below freezing.
Water balloons.